So you're doing the Run the Month marathon edition where you got to run 12.1 miles within the month. What was your motivations for doing this?
Well, I saw it came up on my feed, and it just grabbed me, and it was strange because it was essentially almost 12 months to the day after my treatment for prostate cancer, and so it sort of automatically struck a chord with me. Um, so really, my motivation has really is that to try and raise awareness, and also to give something back, to say thank you for the help I've received over the last 12 months. And yeah, I think that's really the real the reason behind it. And also just to give myself something to aim for at the start of the new year, a bit of a challenge with my own personal fitness, because obviously with going through everything I have gone through in the last 12 months, I'm not as physically fit as I was before, and it's been a very long and hard and arduous road. At times I've struggled to be able to stand for long periods of time, never mind walk. And obviously when I've been out and about over the last 12 months, even walking for long periods of time, I've struggled with. So I want to give myself this bit of a challenge at the start of the year, try and raise awareness and try and raise some money for the prostate cause.
Yeah, and so obviously we're 2 weeks in now to the month. You've already done some runs, got some miles under your belt. How have you been finding it so far?
Well, the first 2 days, as I've like to call it, the first weekend, because I've been trying to do it over the weekend. So the first 2 weekends were a bit of a challenge. It's been the first, yeah, it's been, I knew it was going to be difficult, but I think I've been finding it a little bit more difficult than I actually thought I would, just in respect of the weather has played a massive part in it. It's been a challenge in itself, the weather, which has, so the first day we had rain, then we've moved on to ice, and now we've moved on to snow and everything else. But I've found myself in some discomfort, aches and pains. I've been given some more tips on some stretching and warm up and warm down exercises from various people who have been supporting me to just try and to help. And that seems to have helped a lot, especially after this last bit I've just done. So yeah, that seems to have helped with some of the advice I've got. I mean, one of the things I'm challenging now is that my toes are all swollen because of the cold and everything else, and I've got some blisters. And again, I had some advice come through from a guy who was in the Swiss Army, who gave me some tips on what to do to try and protect my toes if they've got blisters on, and you've got to say walk for over long durations and everything. So that helped me yesterday when I was out there. So kudos to him. His tips did work on that. So yeah. So but yeah, it's going. I think I'm on schedule, is what I would say. I'm on schedule, and to be honest, and I feel good about it. And when I do come back in, I feel good. So yeah, it's going well. All in all, I'd say.
And like, what positives have you found from the experience so far?
The big one of the big positives is just the response I've seen from those people who have rallied around and shown their support. The money that I've managed to raise so far, and I'm hoping possibly to try and raise as much as I can. But the money I've raised so far exceeds what I expected. The messages on the board there have been touching, and obviously there've been some people that I haven't been in regular contact with over for a long period of time who have reached out to me, and I found that really, really inspiring. So yeah, it's been good.
Lovely, lovely. Do you have anything else to add?
Really, the only thing I would add really is that as men, we find it difficult to talk about anything to do with our own personal health, and also to acknowledge when there is something going on with our health. I found myself at that time in a strange place, let's put it that way. It was a very hard time for me, and for one reason or another, I decided to go and seek medical attention, and I'm glad I did, because it probably saved my life. And I would just want to say to anybody out there, because prostate cancer, I think it affects something like 1 in 8 men in their lifetime. And the earlier it's caught, the better your chances of survival are. And so really, you know, if you have any niggling doubts, feelings or whatever, don't be scared to just go out there and get that blood test. And it's a blood test. You know, there's lots of stigma and all sorts of fears surrounded about what's needed to be done in order for them to actually detect. But it's just a simple blood test, and you know, that could actually save your life. So if you find that you're going to the toilet more regularly than you used to, getting up in the night more times than you used to, anything like that, feeling, you know, like your bladder's weaker than it was or whatever, it's worth just going out there and getting yourself checked. Yeah, and really that's it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, good luck with the rest of it. I'm sure we'll have a recap at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thanks. No problem. Yeah, and I just appreciate, I'm just appreciating all the love and support that people are giving me, and I don't want to let anybody down. Don't want to let myself down. So nearly halfway there, and halfway through the month nearly as well. So yeah, I'm on course, but I intend to do it.
Perfect. Nice one.